How many body language words or expressions do you know in English? Stay tuned to go over 16 gestures or facial expressions that are very common in English. My name is Anika, I'm an English teacher. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to like it and leave a comment if you have any questions, and I'll try to get back to you as soon as I can. Also, if you'd like to see more videos like this every Saturday, make sure to click the red subscribe button beneath this video and hit the notification bell. Now, I'm going to give you some gestures and facial expressions, and you'll have 5 seconds to guess what the word or expression is. Are you ready? Let's get started. Number 1. What do you do when you're tired or bored? It goes something like this. What do you call this verb? It's yawn. You yawn when you are bored or tired. It's a regular verb, so the past is yawned. For example, she yawned because she was so bored with the lesson. Number 2 is something you do when you're very happy. What is this word? The word for it is to grin. To grin is to smile broadly. You can also say grinning ear to ear. When you grin ear to ear, it's a metaphor for smiling, giving a very big smile. Grin is a regular verb, so the past is grinned. For example, she grinned cheerfully to see him. Number 3 is something that you do when you're surprised or shocked. This is the facial expression. What do you call it? This is to raise your eyebrows. To raise something is to move it up, and eyebrows are these parts of your face. Raise is a regular verb, and the past is raised. An example would be, his inappropriate behavior raised some eyebrows. Number 4 is something that you do when you want to say no. It goes something like this. What's this action? This verb is called shake your head. Shake is an irregular verb, and the past is shook. An example is, she shook her head in disagreement. Number 5 is something you do when you want to say yes. When you move your head up and down, what is the verb? The verb is nod your head. Nod is a regular verb, so the past is nodded. For example, she nodded her head in agreement. Number 6 is something that you do when you don't know something or you don't care about something, when you put your shoulders up like that. What do you call this verb? This is to shrug. To shrug. This is a regular verb, so the past is shrugged. So for example, I asked her a question, but she just shrugged. Number 7 is something that you do when you're not pleased with something or when you're concentrated on something. This is when you put your eyebrows together like that. What's this verb? This is called frown. To frown is a regular verb, and the past is frowned. For example, she frowned at me when I asked her a question. Number 8 is a gesture of approval, like this. What do you call this? This verb is to give a thumbs up. To give a thumbs up. This finger is called the thumb, and you give a thumbs up. Give, as you may already know, is an irregular verb, and the past is gave. So if you like this video, give it a thumbs up. Number 9 is the opposite, when you disapprove of something or don't like something. What's the verb? This is to give a thumbs down. For example, if you don't like this video, give it a thumbs down. Number 10 is a nervous habit that some people may have. This is when you do something like this. What do you call this? The verb is to bite your nails. These are nails, and the action of doing this is to bite. Bite is an irregular verb and the past is bit. For example, she bit her nails because she was nervous about her interview. Number 11 is something that you do when you don't know something. Something that looks like this. What do you call this verb? The verb is to scratch your head. To scratch is to do this when you're itching somewhere. Scratch is a regular verb, so the past is scratched. For example, he asked me a question, but I just scratched my head because I didn't know the answer. Number 12 is a fun expression when you close one eye very quickly like this. What do you call this? This is to wink. Wink is a regular verb and the past is winked. For example, I thought he was serious, but he winked at me. Number 13 is the verb that means to close and open your eyes repeatedly like this. What do you call this verb? This is to blink. Blink is a regular verb and the past is blinked. For example, the light was so bright I blinked. Number 14 is the opposite of blink. When you keep looking at someone without blinking, what do you call this verb? This verb is to stare at someone. For example, he stared at her in amazement. Notice the preposition here, stare at someone. Number 15 is when you slap your hand with another person as a gesture of celebration. You can't really do it with yourself, you need another person to do it. What do you call this verb? This is to give a high five or to give a five. For example, when I told her that I got the job, she gave me a high five. And finally, number 16 is something that you do because you're bored or annoyed because someone did something or said something wrong. It goes something like this. What's this expression? It's called roll your eyes. Okay, so it comes from the verb rolling like a ball. So you sort of roll your eyes. Roll is a regular verb, so the past is rolled. For example, she kept talking so much I rolled my eyes. I hope you found this video useful. Let me know in the comment section how many of these expressions you already knew. I hope you have a lovely weekend. See you next Saturday.